there, I'm Katie Wagner, and I'm here with Dr. Jason Reynolds of Body Dynamix Chiropractic. And Jason, this doesn't really look like a chiropractic office. Tell me about your facility here.
Okay, yeah, we're a little different. We're not your typical chiropractic office. We practice a little bit of sports medicine, which incorporates not only the adjustment that most chiropractors do as a staple in their practice, but we also incorporate a lot of soft tissue mobilization and really focus a lot on rehab.
So what about somebody like me who is not an athlete, but I want to be able to move around in my daily life?
Yeah, well, I think kind of one of our special mantras is that everyone is an athlete in their own right.
Good.
Whether you're competing on a professional or amateur level, so we treat every patient as such.
Okay, so you made me like a social media warrior at my computer there.
Yep.
All right, good. What are you going to teach me today?
What we're going to do is we're going to go through just a basic movement screen of the squat, which gives us a lot of information on just mobility and stability issues in the hip area and low back. A lot of chronic low back pain is sometimes pretty fixable with some simple exercises and at-home care. So we're going to take a look at that today.
All right, I'm excited.
Okay, Katie, so what we're going to have you do is go ahead and just face forward this way.
Okay.
I'm going to have your feet about shoulder width apart. Okay, so the exercise we're going to be doing here is just a squat exercise. So this exercise typically gives us a big picture into what's going on from the low back down to the feet, as far as joint restrictions, maybe some tissue tightness. Okay. So what I want you to do is go ahead and just look forward. I'm going to have you squat down to your thighs are parallel to the ground.
Just a normal squat?
Just a normal squat.
Okay, ready?
Good, and come back up.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's do one more time. Okay, good, and then back up. And so on evaluation of this exercise, both from the side view and the front, we're going to be looking at things like rotation at the hip, the knees collapsing in, and then also what's going on at the feet. And so I noticed that you have a little bit of collapse on your right side, your knees coming in, so that just gives us a bigger picture into what's going on at the hip. And so there's some things that we can do as far as stability exercises to activate the weak muscles associated with the hip on that side, and also a mobility exercise that you can do for any capsular or muscular adhesions that are in that hip as well. Okay, Katie, so the first exercise we're going to do is addressing the mobility issues that you might have in the hip. Okay, so what you need to do is at home, if you have some type of TheraBand tubing or like this power band here.
Gigantic rubber band.
Yeah, gigantic rubber band. A lot of things that'll also work is, anything like a belt that can be tied off, even, potentially a scarf, anything that you can tie off into a loop.
Okay.
Okay, then what you're going to do is scoot forward just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and lay on your back. You're going to sit this band in as close to your hip as possible.
Okay.
Okay, other leg will be nice and straight. What you're going to do with your hands here is just turn your leg so your foot's pointed outwards.
Okay.
Okay, and then the motion you're going to do is basically you're going to be pulling with your hands and lifting with your knee towards your chest. Okay, and what you want to feel is this band pulling down on your hip as you're pulling up on your leg. So if you need more resistance, obviously you could just scoot up on the floor. And then you want to do this anywhere from 3 sets of 10, a couple times a day. It's kind of a good general regimen for helping create more mobility in the hip. So this exercise is a simple glute bridge. You're probably familiar with it. It's a pretty simple exercise.
Okay.
What you're going to do is you're going to be laying on your back. Okay. So knees here a little bit apart. Good. One thing we always encourage people to do is to lift their toes. That way you're pushing through your heels.
No cheating.
No cheating. Yeah. So you want to make sure you're activating the hamstring and the glute. So lift through your toes. We also always tell people to make sure that their low back and pelvis is neutral. So you want to tuck your pelvis down just a little bit, perfect, and then push through your heels and bridge your hips straight up towards the ceiling. Good. And so throughout the whole motion, you should be squeezing both your hamstring and your glute muscles to make sure that they're being activated.
Yeah, so I'm squeezing my tush.
Good, yep. And then you can hold that there for anywhere 3 to 5 seconds and back down. Again, a good general regimen for this at home is to just do 3 sets of 10 a couple times a day, and that'll get you on the path of making sure that those posterior chain muscles, your glutes and your hamstrings are being properly activated.
All right, well, thanks so much. How could somebody reach you if they wanted to find out more?
Oh, well, there's a couple ways. They can, first of all, check out our website at bdxchiro.com. They can shoot me an email if they have any exact questions or specific questions about today's video at drjason@bdxchiro.com. They can also check us out on Facebook. We have a page, BDX Chiro Sport OC.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
Katie.
learned a lot. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.